It felt good. It felt good to go out there with my brothers on last home game, get a win for all the fans that came out today. So it felt good.
Obviously, you had a big day, but along with Tyrone, you both are like the third duo in a rookie duo in NFL history to gain over 1,000 yards from scrimmage. What does it mean to you to be able to do that with him, with another rookie?
Right. I mean, it's kudos to him and me that we come out here, come out there and practice, do our jobs, and come in the game and contribute to help the team win, and do as much as possible so we can win. Seeing Tyrone, go out every day at practice and do the things that he do, it's amazing. Me and him has been uplifting each other through the season. We had stuff at the beginning of the season that didn't go our way, but we stayed down with each other, uplifted each other, and it's paying off.
The touchdown, could you talk about that? Look, did you split the two guys?
Oh, which one?
The one down the right sideline.
They both was on the right sideline. The first one or the second one?
The longer one.
I turned around, the ball was right there, and then I was just like, I seen both of them coming. I just split both of them because that's the only way I could have went. And then after that, I just felt nobody on, and I just kept running.
Malik, with everything you've gone through this year, and you kind of talked about it last week during practice, but just the idea that injuries, things haven't gone your way as a team, individually, we're out for a while. How hard was it to make sure that your focus stayed on this season and you didn't start thinking about, well, next year we're going to do this and do that?
Right. Because we still locked in on this season. We still had 2 games left, so to take my mind off of those 2 games left and worry about next year, it wouldn't be right. And it's not going to be a smooth sailing ride. It's going to be a bumpy road. I've been learning that my whole life, but learn how to keep my mental straight, keep my focus locked in on this year and what's leaving my legacy on this year, and then continue after the year is over, then focus on next year. Getting
over 100 catches and getting over 1,000 yards today, what does that mean to you?
It means a lot, coming in as a rookie to do those things. It's been a long time. I don't know how long it's been since it happened, but, it's been great for me to have the opportunity to do it. But I want to thank, my offensive line, my quarterbacks that have been throwing me the ball, my receivers in my room, even though they don't get as many targets as, I do a game, they still find a way to uplift me, encourage me every week of practice, and still continue to, be proud of what I've done, be proud of, what we have done as a organization, as a group. So just having those guys on side me, it's been a lot. It means a lot to me to have those guys and going out there playing a football game with those guys.
How close to 100% are you? Were you?
How close? I really don't know. I've been, linked up a few times in my career, but I always find a way to just go out in the game and play a good game. So I'm not really worried about being 100%. I feel like you're never going to be 100% playing this sport. You just go out there and do what you can, even though you're nicked up and bruised up.
Were you at all surprised about the offensive outpouring you guys had today?
No, I just feel like that's how it should have been. When 11 guys are on the field they're doing their job where it's supposed to be, that's what it's supposed to look like. And Drew was, doing a hell of a job of delivering the football to as many as receivers as he could. O-line was giving him some time for him to throw the ball, so that's what it should look like. That's what it should look like.
What would you say to those Giant fans who wanted the number 1 pick, and now the Giants are the 3 or 4 right now in the draft order? What would you tell them, the Giant fans that actually wanted you to lose today?
I ain't got really nothing to say about that. I don't got nothing really to say about that. The draft gonna be the draft.
When you look back at your play over the season, what do you think you learned or you didn't learn during the season?
Say it loud.
When you look back over the season, what are some of the things you think you learned as a professional?
It's hard to win in this league for sure. It's gonna be a bumpy ride. It's gonna be games that you thought you should have won. It's gonna be games you go in and think you should win, and games you go in and be like not so sure. But the games that you're not so sure about, that's the games that you want to play, and the games that when you win, you celebrate more. So I would say just going into every game expecting to win, even though it's hard to win in this league. You expect to win in every game that you go again.
Malik, You mentioned Drew and how he was able to spread the ball around today, but what did you think about him bouncing back from last week today in the way that he did?
Right. It shows his dog mentality. Even though he had a bad game last game, for him to see the tunnel vision on that and to come out in practice, do the things that he did in practice and get that encouragement back from his teammates to go out here and play a great game. It's kudos to him. He looked over the film, found some things that he could get better on, and did all that through the week. And it showed that how great he can be.
Take a few more.
With you, I think a month and a half ago maybe, when you started being the guy that everybody went to after the game, the media started talking to you about what this team could do differently, and as you were losing, I sensed kind of an evolution for you, the idea of how now you were speaking for the team and not necessarily just for yourself. Did you feel that at all? Is there anything to that stepping up, developing in that way in front of the microphone for you every week, being the guy that everyone is coming to talk to kind of represent the team versus just represent Malik?
Right. I mean, even though I'm a young player, it's something that I've been taught previously where I was before. So kudos to Coach Hankton to get me ready for that. But it's not about just me. It's about the team. This is a team sport. It's 11 guys on the field. So I'm educated enough to speak for the whole team because I'm playing. But for the team to give me that role and give me that job, I'm grateful for it, and I hope I've been doing a great job of speaking for the team.
Last one. How comfortable are those shoes?
They very comfortable. I wish it would have snowed today though. It would have been better.